I'm going to shut up for the next 2 hours.
What a great way to start. Hello everyone and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. This is episode 16 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Fall of London. We have quite a few ongoing bits of plot and we're going to start this session really simply. Here we go. Lady Catherine Montague was born into Victorian aristocracy. She was spoiled with wealth, beauty, bored by marriage market that would have her owned by a dull gentleman. Secretly brilliant with numbers, she had to hide her skill behind her brother's name and obtained her own fortune. A chance friendship with Angelique Darkwood turned into a romance, and when Angelique revealed that she was a member of a circle called the Ventru, Catherine accepted the embrace and the freedom it offered. Together they rose in the cult of Mithras until the Blitz shattered everything. A bombing raid left Angelique missing, and when the needs of the cult called, Catherine chose voluntary torpor, hoping that she might wake alongside her beloved. And now in 2012, an ex-suitor has found her, has tempted her back into a blood bond in exchange for the promises of access to Angelique. Catherine is currently travelling in a taxi to a country club to meet with him, where the final part of forming this blood bond will take place. So just to say, Catherine is here. She's just not being visible tonight. How are you?
Hello.
How do you think Lady Catherine's feeling in the back of this taxi, or in the front, if that's where she's sitting?
I know vampires don't throw up anymore, but she feels like she's gonna.
Okay.
She is sick and anxious. She just wants Angelique back. She has no idea what Argonon wants. She's feeling vulnerable and she doesn't like it.
Entirely fair. Alice Montague is in her haven. She's got a large map of London spread out in front of her. She had created a bloodstone which Catherine has hidden down her on her person. Alice, what are you looking for? How are you gonna track where Catherine is with this bloodstone? What impression do you get from it for where she is at any given time?
I am. I'm back in my coven, in my safe space, and I have a map and little trinkets out on the table, and I am waiting for anything to show up for me.
Following Lady Catherine, by means we'll find out in a moment, is Tommy, who's making his way to an abandoned building near the country club. Tommy, how are you getting there?
Well, I'd probably taxied there first to the general area, and then I'm going to be basically scoping out buildings I think that I could watch and be hidden from, and also
Cool.
just making sure there's no hunters around and things like that.
You had obtained a map from your network of unhoused folks around London, and the indication that you get from that is that there's a small abandoned, it looks like a very small office block, and it's a square building. It's about 4 stories high. It's got a sort of fire escape on the outside that goes round a corner of each building. You find it very easy to climb. The building is fenced off. It's very easy to get over that. You won't have any problem with that. There's weeds and stuff growing up around it on the inside, but apart from that, it's very easy to get into this building. It seems to be fairly quiet. It looks like it has been an office at some point, but it's been gutted, and yeah, you've got a great view over the sort of entranceway to the Horrowmere Country Club.
Okay. I'm going to go up and have a look and then start looking at the security systems around it and just keep an eye out for anything unusual, see if we can spot the person coming in, such like.
Is this in the building that you're in, or is this in the country club itself?
No. I'm using the building to have a look at the country club.
Great, got you. In that case, could you please give me it's going to be wits and something else.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a wits awareness. Definitely a wits awareness, and we'll just see how much you're getting.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Roll 20 being roll 20, that means you have to click awareness then wits.
Yep. Where I just. Where's the okay? Where's the actual individual role? Am I on the wrong page?
It should just be
No.
on your sheet. Just looking.
Right, no, right. Remember.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Just while we've got a slight lull, how's the folks watching in chat? Really good to see you. Hi, Rob. Hi, Steve Brown. Okay. Now, that's saying bestial failure, but we're not. It's not. That's because it was expecting a difficulty of 3 and you only got 1 success on your. That doesn't count. We're just counting the successes here. You only got 1 success. Do you want to do a willpower reroll on any of the 2 non-hunger dice? Sorry, 3 non-hunger dice.
Yeah, I'll do 2 willpower rerolls.
You could have all 3 of them if you wanted,
But
you can't reroll hunger dice.
Yeah, okay. So spend 3 points of willpower.
No, just 1 point of willpower. You get 3 rerolls.
Right. Okay. Cool. I see.
You should have a button for that. I'm not sure if you. There we go.
Yeah, I've got that.
That's an extra 2 successes, so that takes you up to 3. That's looking pretty good. You've got an excellent view. You can see stuff that's coming and going. There's a bit of traffic on the main road. There's occasionally traffic turning up into the country club itself. You can see the end of the road from there, and you can sort of see up towards the building, but you can't see the entrance.
Okay.
But you're in a great position to see all comings and goings.
Okay.
Tony's player isn't with us tonight just now. They may pop in later, or we may be skipping them the session, but we're just going to keep Tony moving along. Tony and Dr. Henry are sharing a taxi that's following Lady Catherine's. Dr. Henry promised he would keep quiet this time after some issues in taxis in the past. What do you think you're going to do at the moment, Dr. Henry? You're just staying quiet. You can talk to me. It's okay. It's not the same as talking to the taxi driver.
No, we are sat there in the back going along, and obviously some of my previous issues have been around payment of taxis. So I'm just going to ask, are you okay if you pay? Now I know we're not talking to each other, so just stay quiet if you're okay with it. We've solved that issue already. Not a problem. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Tony's good for it just now.
Yeah, Tony's happy to do it. They're looking at me with a bit of a strange look, but they're happy. And we're just going to go along in a taxi and probably stop. We were going to the country club, weren't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to stop in a different location. So we don't want to go through the front entrance, obviously. We're going to try and stop and find a way in via the grounds, like through the trees, forest, whatever kind of
so it's
cover there is.
It's primarily a golf club, with like a little tennis court as well.
Oh, so lots of cover. Good.
On the way in, you've got like the tennis courts are on the right hand side of the road. There's kind of a fences and stuff up to stop stray tennis balls from getting out and onto the road. It's quite well kept, quite fancy. Very, the kind of place that someone like Lady Catherine would hang out. Very, very Ventru coded. And then the golf course spreads off towards the left into the back of the actual building itself. So the building is just like there's like a little function room, and there's a bar, and there's some offices for the staff, and presumably places for them to like manage themselves and have little team meetings and so on. But it's not a giant building.
Full 18? Or just 9?
Full 18.
Right, yeah. So there'll be loads of ground, so there'll be ways of getting in around the back of it then.
Okay.
So we'll get the taxi to stop somewhere a bit more around the back and prepare to look for a way in.
From where you are on the opposite side of the road, you can see like a small run of buildings, which includes the one that Tommy's currently hiding in, but you don't know that at the moment.
Okay. And they're opposite the club.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do these buildings look vacant?
Most of them look empty. Some of them could still be working offices, but the one that certainly the one Tommy's in has all got weeds growing up around the outside, so it looks like no one's been using it for a while. There's a couple of other buildings that could be in use or might not be, but they're all dark at this time of night because all the workers have gone home.
As I look into the course from where I am, do I see any kind of building, any sheds, any kind of outbuilding?
Oh. That's going to be a roll, I think. Let's just see.
Forward or back?
A sausage roll.
Greg's is round the corner.
So, at your age, Dyson, none.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I'm just trying to think, because this could be a...
You're not wrong, but wow.
I think this could be a wits... I don't want to give you something you won't get anything in, actually. I'm going to look at your actual sheet for this. Yeah, give me a wits streetwise, please.
Streetwise and wits.
I should look at the window where I see the result. Okay, you got 3 successes. You okay with that? If you want to willpower it, you can do, but you might want to keep willpower for later things.
I've got 2 willpower used already. Should I be clearing them? Are they from the last
Nah,
time?
not until you have a rest.
Until I rest. Okay. No,
I mean,
I'll
there's other things you can do to get willpower. If you work towards your stated goal, you can get willpower back, but otherwise it's going to be next time you take your day sleep.
Okay. And no, I'll take the 3 then, see if I can find anything in there with that.
Okay. There is a shed available. There's a couple of sheds that have like some lawn equipment inside, stuff for marking out spaces on for temporary events and like that kind of thing, cones, that kind of stuff for tending to the grass.
Okay.
They're locked, but you could try opening them, or I don't mind rolling to have Tony try and open one, given that he's better at it than you probably are.
He's still not talking to me. He's back there sultry. I'm going to put Sensing Scene on because I know that obviously this is a less than safe environment at the moment.
Okay.
So that's free to turn on, I believe.
It is.
I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to approach the sheds and try and see what kind of lock they've got on them. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of padlock, but
yeah, it's a Yale lock through a clasp.
Okay. What are my chances of picking it with surgical tools?
Surgical tools aren't ideal.
No.
You could probably give it a shot. It'd be a slightly higher difficulty. I'm just checking.
Otherwise, I can just try and break it. Or I can use. I don't mind using. If Gannick's okay with me using them, but yeah.
Gennick has good larceny. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to do a dexterity larceny roll on behalf of Tony, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to spend any willpower for
No.
that feels unfair. I've got 3. I think with 3 that's going to get opened. So the lock is either unpicked or smashed apart. But you've got you've got an open door now.
So we're now in that shed.
Okay.
And we're just going to try and set on here, see what we can work out. Because with Sensing Scene on, hopefully I can sense if there's any kind of danger in the round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how close this particular shed is to the meeting point.
You can see the building from there, but if they're meeting inside the building, you won't be able to tell much until they leave.
Okay. And how long have we got until?
And they're meant to be meeting at midnight. It's about 1:45 at this point.
Okay. Is the building within Sensing Unseen's range or not?
Let me double check how your... I haven't got that document open right now. Give me a second. Have you got your... What's your stats for Sense the Unseen? What's the description for it?
Sensing Unseen description. The senses of the vampire become attuned to dimensions beyond the mundane, allowing them to sense presences otherwise hidden from the naked eye.
Yep.
This can be anything from another vampire using obfuscate, someone using aspects to spy on the character. It doesn't say. I can see
Okay.
anywhere what kind of distance it'll be.
So what's happening out here is that your hearing and your sight and your sense of smell are both. It's like you're picking up a lot more. So all the stars in the sky, you can see the galaxy up there, even with the light pollution. You can hear the traffic on the road nearby. You can hear the people talking as a kind of blur coming from the.
Is that sentient scene or is that heightened sense?
That's heightened senses I'm describing. Never mind that. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, sentient scene is when you're like you can see things that are trying to hide. Essentially,
Yes.
I'd scrolled down and seen your heightened senses. That's where I was going wrong.
I'm basically trying to see if
there's anything
this,
supernatural hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody's ex-fella might have brought some friends with him or something.
Have I got? What's the other person got? Against let's see here. Oh, okay. I don't have to do any rolls for that. So you can't tell anything trying to hide from you right now. But if anything pops up, you'll be more attuned to see it than you would be otherwise. So if anything's trying to hide from you, they're going to have to roll against you for you to see them or not. That's how it's going to work. Right now, there's nothing trying to hide from you.
Okay. With heightened senses, can I direct it or is that a higher level?
You could say that you want to specifically heighten one sense in particular.
Okay.
Otherwise, you do get that effect of like hearing everything, smelling everything, like it's been turned up to 11.
Yeah, so I kind of want sound, but with the roads near. But then it's in the middle of the night, so there won't be that much traffic on the road. Yeah, I'll rouse check and turn it on.
Okay.
Mostly for the hearing.
Well, if you do your rouse, you succeeded, so you don't get hungrier.
And then so I'm now sitting in the shed, reasonably comfortable.
It's not.
I don't think there's anything too much around to panic about.
Nothing
I'm just
at the
now preparing
moment.
to be ready.
I mean, you're aware that Catherine's probably already in the building because she left in front of you.
Yes.
Okay. I just need to open another document that I forgot to open in advance. And I've forgotten the name. I always forget the name of this program.
She did consider going inside whilst invisible, but I think it's too risky.
Yeah, it might be because if something else in there can see you, bear in mind who you're working with here, it's someone who could potentially see you.
Yeah, and I know someone's more than likely currently watching me. So.
Maybe not you specifically, but there's probably someone looking out for people like you. Okay, Lady Catherine. The taxi pulls up at the outside of the Harrowmere Country Club. You get out. Presumably you pay the driver. I'm going to just assume that this time.
Yes, some of us do enjoy paying our drivers for their services.
I mean, luckily Tommy met the owner of the taxi company and has kind of papered over things a little bit for you all.
Down with capitalism.
Up with paying people the wages they deserve.
You can't see each other right now. But yeah, obviously I support that too. How are you going in? How are you going in? Are you going to just like walk in normally? Are you going to like have a look around and be a bit stealthy about things? Or are you just going to go there like you're... Oh, tell me.
So I'm already a little bit blood bonded. Jesus,
Yep.
That was a mouthful.
I stumbled over it earlier, don't worry.
In a blood bond, as I would be, I'd probably be less... I don't want to say self-aware. I'd be kind of less aware of my own safety.
Yeah, you're kind of prioritising his wants and needs above your own.
Like an intense hyper-focus, almost.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she would just swan in, as she does, in a floor-length gown, blonde hair, down to her fucking ass. I was like, right, let's fucking do this. kind of like that, but obviously with a lot more class and elegance that Ghoul personally does not possess.
This is the fun part of playing a game like this, is that you can play someone with different from yourself. Or the same. It depends. It's quiet at this time of night. The bar's going to be closing up at midnight, more or less. Not a lot of people stay this late at a country club. There's some staff around. There's a few couples kicking around too, in a couple of the booths kind of areas. There's a spot you met Algernon before. Was it inside or outside?
Outside, I believe.
Okay.
Because I had just fed. I was feeding.
You'd gone outside with him, yeah. He's waiting out there. I'm imagining sort of decking, maybe?
I was envisioning some kind of fountain.
Okay, yeah. Outside,
On the grounds.
fountain in the grounds. The noise helps to cover things up. Maybe stop people from, like Dr. Henry, from hearing you.
Yes.
He's standing by the fountain as you approach. He turns and says to you, I understand now, I think, what drew you to this life, this unlife. It's seductive.
What drew me to this life was Angelique.
But Angelique,
I know we were an item for quite some time, but it's never too late in one's life to realise they swing the other way.
oh, Catherine, you walked away for a moonlight flirtation, and she kept the secret better than I could. I can give you back what you lost if you let me, or I could keep it for myself.
I was in love, Argonon. I still am. Hundreds of years later, it's still Angelique. I'm sorry that I made you believe that it was you. I was lying to you and myself, and I am sorry for that.
So are
That
we going to
wasn't
do
fair
this?
on either of us.
The final step tonight?
Yes. As long as I get my Angelique back, I don't care.
I can take you to her.
Can you take me to her first? I'm putting a lot of risk here. I'm putting a lot of faith in you.
I'm going
How
to...
can I be sure that you're not lying to me?
Mm-hmm.
That you haven't been all this time?
Give me a sec. I'm going to roll openly for this. I don't think I've got a sheet set up for him here. Do I? No. I've got stats. I will roll dice and you will see it. That's 2. Okay. I will take you to her first. And then we will commence.
Thank you. Lead the way.
He takes out his phone and summons a taxi. Another taxi. Alice, you know exactly where she is. You know that she's in the Harrowmere Country Club.
Yeah, that's showing on my map.
Dr. Henry, I'm going to say that with your sense of the unseen, you aren't getting anything of anyone hiding around who isn't Algernon. So he's the only supernatural thing apart from Lady Catherine you're sensing.
Okay, I'm assuming with the heightened hearing, I would have been able to hear most of that.
You heard a fair bit, but with the fountain next to them, it's slightly harder to hear than it should be. But you got the sense that, one, Algernon hasn't... No, sorry, Lady Catherine hasn't fed from Algernon in this moment. And they are leaving together.
So I know that we can see where she is at all times through the bloodstone.
Yeah, you're aware of that. You were there when Alice made it. You had just finished doing surgery on Lady Catherine's friend Miles at the time. You'd removed a chip from his spine.
Yeah.
It had taken Alice a couple of nights to make the bloodstone, but you were aware that it was happening and what it does.
Okay, I think I know they're about to head away. I will text to Alice and just explain the situation. I'm currently nearby. I am currently more concerned about the perimeter than the actual two people involved, in case there's other people around. As of yet, no one there. So how would I put this in a text? I'll text something along the lines of watching Friends. Let me know if Lady leaves.
So, Catherine, can I just check? Are you typing at the moment?
No,
It was like a clicky noise.
that might be my dehumidifier. I will turn off my microphone.
Oh, sorry. I'm just checking what the noises are in case it's something at my end that's going wrong. Tommy, up on your high view standpoint is a better word for that, but it's not coming to me right now. Up on the top of the building, are you watching from inside the building, or have you climbed up onto the roof?
I would have climbed up to the roof.
You saw the taxi arrive with Lady Catherine in it. You saw a second taxi arrive with Dr. Henry and Tony in it a few moments later.
Okay.
Mainly it's been traffic leaving the building as people go home for the night. You see another taxi that's only got the driver in it arrive a few moments later.
Okay.
Do you plan to stay up there for the time being?
At the moment, yes.
Okay,
Because I don't know that could be anyone using that taxi.
got you. For later on, this isn't going to get used right now. Can you give me a wits awareness, please?
Okay.
We're just going to use this later for momentum. Okay, 3 successes. Cool. Catherine, the taxi arrives. Algernon holds the door open for you.
I will thank him and get in then.
And the taxi leaves. Dr. Henry, I'm sorry I'm making you control Tony a little bit here as well. Are you going to stay where you are for the time being? You've just seen her leave.
Can I get sort of do I see this? Do I see the taxi?
Yeah, I think from where you are, you can see the car park. So you see where the taxis arrive and leave from.
Okay.
Catherine sticks out in a crowd.
Do I get the sense that Lady Catherine is going under her own control?
I mean, insofar as anyone can with a 2-point blood bond in place. Yeah, she's going willingly, as far as you can tell.
So I've got no reason to be concerned.
Not at this point.
Okay. I want to. Oh. Can I see the taxi company?
It is the one that you've been regularly using. It's almost like there's one taxi company that specialises in working with the Kindred of London. They can be trusted to keep secrets.
Vampire fast.
Well, I mean, the trouble with that is once you get a taxi company that's got a reputation for being secretive and being able to get people where they need to go without asking questions too much, a lot of unsavoury types start using them as well. More unsavoury than vampires, I mean. So it turns out they've done very well for themselves.
Right. What I'm going to do then, I will let them leave and I will arrange for another taxi with the same company.
Okay.
With the hope of shadowing their taxi. So Actually, to work out how I can.
Follow them when you don't know where they are.
Well, if I know that they've got a taxi, I know where it left from. I know what time. The taxi company will know where it went.
You also have
question
someone
is,
you
how
could
do I
contact
convince them?
who knows exactly where they are at all times.
Oh yeah. Dr. Henry's getting forgetful in his old age.
That's why I'm dropping you a little help there.
That's fine then. Yeah, I will.
I'm trying to do this quietly, but I neglected to get my dice out in advance, so just give me a second while I make a terrible noise and get myself some D10s.
Yeah, I'll let them leave and I'll call another taxi behind and effectively go to wherever they go.
It's going to take 5 to 10 minutes for that taxi to arrive.
5 to 10 minutes for that taxi to arrive?
Yep, because it's late and they've already had a taxi in this area. It's not, you don't usually expect that amount of traffic in this country club on this night.
None. Okay.
You've got a little bit of time.
Got a little bit of time. Okay. Did I take the number down of the person I left in my haven?
Their name was Sophie. They were someone Alice has in their coven. They were last heard of under your stairs, keeping an eye on the building for people coming in.
Do I have the number to contact them?
I feel like you'd have got their number.
Okay. I will text them any news. And I will text my ghoul.
Winston.
I'll text Winston. Find new house.
I really did pick the wrong username for this campaign.
Yeah, I need you to get me a new house.
You know, I could have warned you, but
Girl, me too.
Sophie takes back saying that she hasn't seen or heard anything, but the internet connection is holding up really nicely.
Bloody Gen Z. And I'll send a second text to Winston. Remember to cancel broadband. To me, I think that house is burnt now. I think I've kind of left them there as a way of gaining evidence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm ever going to go back. So yeah, I'm going to ask Winston to try and find another old property of mine we can use, or if not, just purchase one, or to see what options we've got.
Okay, so you want Winston to search out a new haven for you?
Yes, I don't know how many properties I had before.
You had a flat in London, which is where you'd bricked up your gangrel guy, and you had the larger house a bit further out, which is the one that Sophie's currently in the cupboard under the stairs inside.
So both of those for me would now be burnt.
Okay. You can always sell them.
I'll sell the flat in London. I feel like I've made a huge profit on that one.
Most likely.
Probably don't market it as having a thing in the wall.
I mean, it doesn't now.
It's open plan now, isn't it?
Yeah, it was hundreds of years ago. Well, no, it was exactly 100 years ago.
Yeah, I'll put that
more or less.
I'll get that on the market, sold, so we can start looking at something new. And I'll keep the other one as it is for now because I've still got things there I need to get.
Yeah,
documents, etc.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah,
and also you'll need somewhere like when this night is over, you'll need somewhere to sleep that's safe.
Stop at yours, Tony.
Tony hasn't got somewhere. Tony's been stopping at a friend of his. Or Lady Catherine's.
That's a good point. Where's Miles?
Miles is still in in the flat that is his, but it's where you've been using as a haven whilst he was not there, stroke possibly dead.
So we've got no sight on him at the moment.
Miles is not in any state to do anything much. He's just he's still pretty shook up from the experience he's had. You just did surgery on him. There wasn't anaesthetic, so that doesn't really work well for your kind.
I am an anaesthetics expert.
You are, but like it doesn't work on Kindred as well. It works fine on humans. You absolutely anaesthetized a student before you murdered them.
I feel like I just made them watch Big Bang Theory just to knock them out.
No, you had a needle with stuff in it. You absolutely stuck them.
I'm not touching that one. I'm just wondering, do we need to go back and check he's still okay, still alive? No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Okay, Dr. Henry, on behalf of you and Gennick, could you please give me a wits awareness, please?
Okay. As it's on behalf of both, do I need to
Hang on.
anything different or
Take a. No, it's
I'll
not
do
trying
one.
I was going to say you could have a +1, but it's not actually trying to be unseen, so you don't need to take a +1 on this. Just give me a wits awareness, and it's not going to be a high difficulty. Okay, you got 3. That'll do. A few moments after Lady Catherine and Algernon leave in a taxi, and before your taxi comes to take you and Tony wherever you're going to, a couple of people come rushing out of the country club, get into a car and pull away at a speed that I can only describe as a fair old lick. Tommy, from the roof you see this car pull out. It's going notably fast. The tyre screech as it turns the corner at the junction onto the main road, and it pulls away in the direction that the taxi was heading.
Okay. Did I never recognise who the two people were that ran in?
You didn't see them. The windows are kind of blacked up a little bit.
Then
Dr. Henry, you would be able to tell with your sense of the unseen on that they were not supernatural, and your heightened senses for that matter.
Okay, so mortals in the car chasing after.
Possibly. They left in a hurry, and they left just after Lady Catherine did in the taxi.
Were they uniformed or anything like that, or like
Couldn't see in the dark, especially with the blacked out windows.
Would I have been able to tell if they're any kind of hunter of any of the senses?
All you got was all you got was mortal.
All I got was mortal. Just about to Lynx Africa.
I will text Lady Catherine and say you may be followed by some paparazzi. Be aware.
I'm assuming at this point then that Tommy knows where I am because they've seen me.
Yeah, I was going to ask if did they see Dr. Henry?
You saw them arrive. You don't know where they went, but they're on the
premise.
They're on site.
Okay. Then I'm going to text him and say I'm going to call a taxi and I'll get you outside.
I'll reply with one on way. Or one already on way.
Okay. I'll wait for him outside then, or head to the outside.
You're kind of congregating in the car park yourselves now.
Well, I'm still around the shed at the moment. I'm just wondering if I've got anything. What could I? It's a country club. Would they be signing in and out?
No, not for the bar area. For using the golf course and the tennis courts, maybe, but not just for the bar. Or they'd be doing it all the time.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the reception and just ask if. Okay, I'm going to go to the reception and I'm going to say, I just found this wallet on the floor from someone who ran out. And then show a wallet, which would just be my wallet. I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know who they were. They seemed in a rush. Who are they? So I can go and return their wallet to them.
Oh, are there any details in the wallet? Like an address or even a name?
So no, the wallet is empty apart from cash.
I don't know who they were. They hadn't been here before.
they had no ID on them when they came in, or there was no way they had to prove who they were.
They came in a few hours ago and they've only had soft drinks.
And you've never seen them before.
Not that I remember, but I'm only here weekends, usually. Tonight they needed someone extra, and so I just came and stayed tonight and worked tonight.
Let me guess, everyone else is on break.
No, but there's only usually 2 of us on weeknights. It's very quiet most of the time.
How are they acting in here? What are they doing? What were they? Anything that can help me try and work out where they might go next. Were they just sticking to themselves? Were they?
They were
part of
just
the group?
sticking to themselves. They look like they come from a work thing, or I don't know. People have all kinds of reasons for being here. We don't ask.
Say work thing. Did they have any kind of uniform?
No, but they looked kind of formal, like they'd been working during the day, and this was kind of an after-work drink or something.
Okay.
Them having soft drinks wasn't weird. People do that when they're driving.
Did they have to register the car in when they come for the parking?
No, parking's free as long as there's space. If it gets full up, we have to be a bit more strict about members only, but I mean, you can see the car park, and there's like 4 cars in it at the moment.
Parking's free in London. Suspicious.
This is quite a bit out of London. Like, to get an area that's big enough to host an 18-hole golf course, we're not in the centre here.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to get anything from this person then. Oh, 1 second. Can I? Have they got cameras in here?
Yep.
Can I try and manipulate this person into show me a camera so I can see their face?
How are you going to do that?
Find them? With my vampire charm, manipulation skills, and my academic ability.
I'm going to need stats for Immortal, aren't I?
So I will basically explain that I hate for people to lose. There's a lot of money in here, as you can see. I'd hate for people to lose it. You've only seen them once. That means they're probably not regulars here, so they're not going to come back. I don't feel safe.
Sir, I'm very sorry. We're going to be closing up soon. The bar closed 20 minutes ago. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why your bar closes at 20 to 12.
No, it closed at 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, can I see a still of the CCTV to see what they look like?
Oh, the cupboard's all locked up. We don't have that until the security people come in during the day. I'm not allowed in there.
These modern times and locking things away are getting really in the way of our investigations. Okay, I will try and find them. Thank you. And I'll just leave. Go back to the car park, but hopefully the taxi will be there by now.
The taxi is pulling in just as you come out. I'm going to switch now. Lady Catherine, you're in the car.
I am.
I'm going to double check. Sorry, I had all my notes in front of me, and then suddenly I had my list of random names ready just in case Dr. Henry did anything unexpected. Get my map.
Would not be unexpected if he did.
You know what? That's the joy of this game. Ready for everything.
I think the unexpected thing was that I did it normally.
Honestly, yes.
Honestly, that person doesn't know how lucky they are to be still alive at this point, given Dr. Henry's past. Yeah, so in my head, this is somewhere near the sort of Botanic Gardens and Gunnery Park, so you're like out past Hammersmith. The taxi's coming in along the Chiswick High Road towards Hammersmith and Earl's Court. You're heading back into the centre of London, as far as you can tell.
Where is it we're actually going? Argonon.
I have a couple of places in London. You know where I live. You've got the larger house, but I have a smaller place that I keep important things. You'll see.
Hmm.
When all this is
Okay.
over, we can go to Elysium together. Reconciliation, old wounds healed.
I'm not even sure Elysium will still be a thing after the last event.
I'm sure everything will go back to normal once this business is dealt with.
You do realise there's more going on here than just us, right?
Yes, but that will all be sorted. The Camarilla have it in hand, I'm sure.
Whatever helps you sleep during the day. Bless you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That feels like an absolute time. Anyone else want to jump in with stuff that they're doing that I haven't jumped to highlight at the moment? So Dr. Henry and Tony are getting into a taxi. Alice knows exactly where Lady Catherine is, currently travelling along the Chiswick High Road towards Earl's Court. Tommy, you've come down the taxi.
Am I feeding this back to Dr. Henry?
You can do. Do you want to do that?
I'm just going to send Dr. Henry texts just to update
With
the
locations?
general area where they're going, with
Okay.
the location.
Yeah, I was going to join them in their taxi
You were.
as well.
So as the taxi arrives, you see it coming in, you sort of dismount from the building.
I'll head over, greet them both.
And you see the familiar figure of Tony and Dr. Henry in the sort of slightly mismatched pair in the car park.
Okay. We'll just walk up to them and greet them.
Yeah.
Evening. Take it you've seen those two other people?
Yes, but I can't seem to get any information on who they were. I know they're immortal. And that they drive.
Yeah.
At least one of them drives.
I've let Lady Catherine know she may be followed by people. Not us.
They were definitely not vampire. They were definitely mortal.
Yep.
I don't know if you had any sense from where you were.
No.
All the way back there.
Nope. I had just seen them leave. That was all.
And did you see if they went the same way as the taxi? I couldn't see this.
They did. They followed the same route as the taxi.
Okay. Well, we know where Lady C is going to be. What, do you think we need to be there in haste, or do you think we have time?
I think it's better for us to get there sooner rather than later, but I don't think we want to just rush in and barge in. I think, again, we'll get there, see what the situation is, assess, make a plan then.
How much do we know about the car they had? I know it's dark, but we're going to have known shapes, size,
It looked like a sort of one of those larger vehicles, kind of 4x4 all-terrain kind of deal. The kind that can hold, 6 people and travel across Arctic tundra.
So it's the FBI type car.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Oh, FBI / free middle-aged mum in London. Which means it's not going to stand out, is it? Was it black, I'm assuming?
Yeah, dark colour, definitely. It could have been navy, but it's hard to tell in this. You only had street lamps.
Could we see any part of the plates?
Nope.
Of course not. Okay, well, I don't know what you think, tell me, but my instinct would be that if we go to where Lady C is, we may find both parties.
That's my instinct too.
I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I. But given all the circumstances that's been going on recently, I have suspicions.
Given everything at the moment. I don't think we should directly contact. Shouldn't make any contact, but I think we should try and see if we get to where Lady C is and look around for any cars of that description. Maybe with 2 people sat in it, hopefully.
Or probably more.
Or parked near bars or some where we can. We'll have to see what kind of area they're in and then we can make a decision from there. But I don't think we should make contact.
No, their priority is Lady Catherine. Only if they interfere
Yeah,
with
priority's Mithras, but yeah, for now.
that. No, it's Lady Catherine. Mithras can wait. He's not urgent at this point.
Alice, Lady Catherine is now travelling through Hammersmith towards South Kensington.
Okay, I'm going to text Dr. Henry and just let him know that Lady Catherine is going in that direction.
I will reply. Thank you. Need
All that
pickup?
build-up. The taxi's waiting for you.
So yeah, thank you. Need pickup ? And then I'll get in a taxi.
I'm going to reply with no thank you. I'm going to keep things here. I've got a couple of things that I need to do.
I like this thing of Alice being the supernatural, like, lady in the van at the computer, keeping everything going, running the operation.
And I'm just going to reply with a emoji of a chicken. Because I'm cool and understand emojis now.
And yeah, that's going to go down well with Tremere. All the magic that...
And I'm going to respond saying, yes, you are a cock.
Oh, we found our level.
I don't reply to this. This is beneath me.
I'm going to have Tony get in the car and ask you both to hurry up.
Oh, I'm doing this in the car.
Okay.
Tom, I don't know where Tommy is. Is he
in the car?
He's got in the car. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's calling shotgun? I can imagine it's either going to be Tony or Henry, really, because I don't think Tommy's a sitting in the front seat kind of person.
I think Tony will want to get in the front just to reduce the potential of conversing with me.
Lady Catherine, the silence in the taxi, Algernon's probably finding it comfortable, but I don't think you are. Not entirely.
I don't think it's the silence that's not comfortable. I think it's the fact that she's there with him at all that is not comfortable. She's not comfortable with the scenario as a whole rather than just the silence. But she is definitely uncomfortable, yes.
I mean, it's not like blood bonding's a new concept to you. I think amongst kindred, sort of a mutual blood bond is kind of how marriages happen. So maybe you and Angelique had that going on previously, but that was very much a agreed thing. And you were bonded to each other. She was as bonded to you as you are to her.
Yeah.
The taxi carries you through Westminster, and at, I forgot the name of the tower that Big Ben's in. You turn left along Victoria Embankment and head up alongside the river. You can see the lights of London reflected in the Thames. It's harder to see the sky here with all the light pollution.
It's 2012, isn't it?
Yep.
There'll be lots of advertisements for the Olympics.
Oh, yes. Most definitely. That was one of the
mascot things.
The hotel you were staying at was being built for the Olympics. The hotel that you were the first couple of nights.
Ah, that makes sense.
I'm just going to quickly text Dr. Henry and let him know that Lady C is travelling up the embankment along the Thames.
Cool. Now you can give your taxi driver a better idea of where you're going.
I will reply with a thumbs up and tell the taxi driver.
Oh, it's being unhelpful. Come on, give me my notes.
I think at this point, Lady C is just the vampire equivalent of holding her breath and waiting until they arrive.
You could be so good at holding your breath. You do not need to breathe.
She probably would be.
The taxi stops outside a sort of... It's off the main street in front of a big white building with very large windows. There's a sort of copse of trees, a sort of park with a little fence to your right. Algernon gets out and indicates that you should do the same.
Well, I guess there's nothing else to do but follow him.
There's a large church nearby. It's Temple Church. It's in a built-up area between Fleet Street and the river. Around the church itself, the higher ground level is a paved walkway. Magpie's walking ahead, kind of fairly studiously, like showing you where he's going. He's not letting you get too far behind, but he is walking ahead of you because it's not a very wide pavement. He takes a sudden turn through a gate, down some steps and into a basement level of a fairly large anonymous building. From there's further stairs, a short, lit passageway. It's clean, but it smells slightly musty, and this close to the river, it probably gets damp down there. It's cold, and it feels dry to you at the moment, but very secure. Some parts of the city were bombed more than others during the Blitz, and it's easy to arrange that some of these substructures get misclassified after the war, he tells you. There's kind of a red brick, slightly musty corridor.
Do vampires have a sense of smell? Yes, they do.
They do.
Question.
Yeah, I mean, they have a sense of warm and cold, but it doesn't actually bother you unless it gets really cold or really hot. Like, you can...
Question. Would an allergy that a vampire has in their mortal life carry on to the vampiric life?
What kind of allergy?
Say to dust. A mold.
I mean...
Bees.
Stuff that would tickle... I'm going to say no, because a lot of that stuff relies on things that you don't have anymore.
Hay fever.
I mean, also hay fever is less of a problem at night, I assume.
I suppose it depends on
The time of year as well.
Field you live.
I mean, yeah, there is that. It is March. It is central London, and it's in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I'm
going to assume that Lady Catherine would have had an allergy to dust because she was so prim and proper.
Maybe. Yeah, you might feel the inclination to sneeze, but the sneeze isn't actually going to happen.
Oh, no, that's the worst.
But no, it's not like it's a sneeze that's waiting to happen. It's just like, I feel like I should be, but I don't actually need to. It's like when you smell delicious food. You feel like, I want that, but it doesn't actually feel appetizing. I can tell that's good food, but it doesn't make me want to eat something.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Like edging by sneezing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, also, like, all the only fluid in your body is blood. So, like, when you cry, that's blood. I imagine if you sneeze, that could be horrific.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that detour.
Yeah. Sorry.
Does anyone else want to make a move or say anything about what you're doing before? Because this...
Yes, I am going to say I am getting an image in my cauldron bubbling away of the red bricks.
Yep.
I can see the red bricks where Lady Catherine went. I know the street that she's on, so I am going to text Dr. Henry and I'm going to tell him the street and I'm going to say, building with red bricks.
Let me double check the technical name of the street. I really should have made a note of that. It's by Temple Church is where it is.
So I'm going to text saying, by Temple Church, red bricks. Look out for it.
Henry, tell me, are you getting your taxi driver a firm destination now rather than that away?
Yes.
Cool.
Or, yeah. It's by Temple Church, you say?
Mhm.
So if we were to get a taxi to...
You don't get this in D&D. We can actually use Google Maps for this.
I am.
Yeah,
I am. If we were to get a taxi to... the Lego Group London office. It's just
That
around-
is amazing.
It's not even that far away.
It's true.
It's a 5-minute walk away, and it comes from the opposite side, I'm assuming. 'cause
I'm
we came down the
assuming you're
embankment.
doing this on your phone
Um,
in character.
yeah, of course. And I've got an old A to Z out in the back seat.
I don't think these are the red bricks that Alice was talking about.
For our younger viewers, an A to Z is an old map you used to take in the car.
I did actually consult my old 2010 E to Z for putting stuff together for this to make sure that I was using the right map of London.
Probably changed since then.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm using the old map.
And that is what we call dedication to the bit.
Yeah, we'll go there and then
Taxi's
basically what
heading
we
for
would do is-
You've got about 15 to 20 minutes before you're going to arrive there. Just because of travel times, even at this time of night.
there's quite a few red bricks around.
There are. But Alice knows exactly where she is, and Alice had to be vague in her description to you because I hadn't told you where it was yet. But it's in somewhere near Temple Church.
I'll text back saying Elm Court ?
Oh, we've turned into having a game of Mornington Crescent now.
I'll respond with yeah, why not?
Okay, you got a plan. Tommy, Henry, and Tony are on their way. Lady Catherine's there. Alice knows what's going on, roughly. I'm going to switch to Lady Catherine for now. Towards the back of the corridor, it starts to get a little bit more nice. It's not like, it's still red brick. It still smells a little bit musty, but it's like this bit's clearly been used a little more. He opens a door on the side. There's a couple more doors ahead, but this one is the first one he takes you into. It's a cold room like a medical vault. In the centre of the room, on a plinth, is an ornate reliquary casket. And this is the kind of thing that they used to move the bones of saints around in. It's a very ornate kind of casket with lead lining on it, so it can't be interfered with. Yeah, they sort of transported religious relics like hair or bones, that kind of thing. Inside the casket, it's lined with lead, wrapped in silk taffeta, is a body. On you go then, Algernon says.
I will cautiously proceed.
The body's mainly wrapped up in taffeta, as I said. There's access to the face. There's a small tube running to the mouth. Just the corner of the mouth. It's kind of red smeared. You can see that there's been blood or vitae going along the tube at some point. Just a little bit. Not enough to wake her, but enough to keep her...
Alive. Well,
not alive.
Not
but
dead
you get the
dead.
idea. Like, not final dead. Final death, dead.
Where did you find her? How did you find her?
It took a lot, but when the dust settled, it takes a lot more than a falling bit of masonry to destroy one of us. I mean, she should be dust right now. The kindred body doesn't last any better than a mortal one after 70 years, but she's recovered enough with the small amount of piety we've been able to give her.
I searched through those bricks until I could see the bones in my fingers.
Yeah, but it was just time. That's all it took. It took a long time to...
Why did you keep her alive?
Well, for
Was
you.
it-
I mean, partly for you. It could have been for you. You'd kind of vanished. It could have been for the cult of Mithras. It could have been a bargaining chip with the Camarilla. It could have
Or
even
she
been
means
for
like it might have
hunters.
been out of the goodness of your heart.
I've kept her preserved, consecrated, protected.
How do we wake her?
I don't know that we can. I mean, have you ever taken a vampire out of torpor before?
I haven't taken one out, but I have been taken out of torpor.
Do you remember how you felt?
Rough.
Someone her age, who's been in torpor for this long, she's going to be uncontrollable. In a frenzy, as it were.
Say we could wake her. How?
We would need to have someone ready that we didn't mind losing. She's liable to wake with an unquenchable, well, not easily quenchable hunger.
You're still not telling me how we wake her. You're
We
telling me what happens afterwards.
we feed her.
We feed her enough to wake her. And
We
we
feed her
have someone
anything.
disposable on hand.
And we'll wake her, but she'll awaken in a frenzy. With a lot of hunger. She'll be like an animal. A powerful animal.
Above table.
Mhm.
I have an idea. I am concocting a plan. Right, back to table. So how would we go about feeding her? Would it be with the tube? Would we pour blood directly into her
the
mouth?
tube was just to keep things moving, to keep things as they are. Truth be told, Angelique's been worth more to me as a potential bargaining chip than anything else. Having her, I can work with the Ventrue, I can work with the Camarilla. The cult of Mithras might want her. Although they seem to be a lesser powered thing now than they have been.
Certainly for the moment they seem to be. With the hunters around, they do not seem like the biggest threat of all. So, what do we need to do from here?
Well, I've held up my end of the bargain. I showed you that she mattered to me. Come, Catherine, one small mercy. Drink with me in the name of what we were.
How far away is Dr. Henry?
You don't know. You have no signal down here in the tunnels.
Can I have some time alone with her? First? I want to remember her as I do now for a little bit longer.
Very well.
Thank you.
He quietly walks to the door, closes it. Looking around the room, it's mainly stone walls, but there's a sort of like a window, like I've forgotten the proper term for it. The kind of ripply glass that you get on like a bathroom, or some people have on like a kitchen door. Sometimes.
Frosted glass.
Yeah, it's like frosted glass, but it's kind of more like a ripple than a random pattern.
Mm.
You can see him on the other side of that. He goes through and sits in another room. He can clearly he can keep an eye on that room and make sure that nothing untoward is happening, but he can't see clearly, and you can't see him clearly. You can just see that he's there, and he can see presumably that you're there. I just looked back in chat, and someone from chat suggested it's just off Chancery Lane, and it probably is. I definitely went to a location and had that in mind when I wrote this stuff.
Let me have a little look at something. If you would like to go back to the others while I'm looking at this, please feel
Alice,
free.
you know that where Lady Catherine is. You're possibly the only one. You can tell Dr. Henry, Tommy, and Tony in the taxi.
Yep, I'll let them know. I'll text them.
As your taxi arrives outside the offices of the Lego company,
we're just going to tell him now. Actually, go down to the Bazalgette embankment around the corner.
Okay, you're testing my map skills now.
You definitely haven't been looking this up in the meantime, have you?
No.
He takes you where you want. Tony obligingly pays, and you get out of the car on the dark street in the middle of the night.
Okay, so Tommy, from here, we have the greenery of these trees across the road, a field, and beyond that field is the area. Somewhere in there will be. I've chosen this angle so that we can go in with cover. What's your plan?
I'm going to stealth up and scout. The main priority at the moment is looking for that other car.
Unfortunately, this may be more difficult than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of small side streets here. There's also a car park, which, if we could be very lucky and have a look in the car park and see something.
Okay, then I would suggest that we look for Lady Catherine and look at the places closest to that for the car. Random looking about.
I've been thinking about the people in the car. What do you think of the idea of them being ghouls?
Then I think they would probably register to use ghouls and not mortals.
Was some distance, but maybe I shouldn't doubt my own ability. It's not becoming of me.
My concern is that they are the government people that are been hunting us. Not ghouls.
All we know is they were there. They weren't in the meeting room. They only spoke to each other. And they left as soon as they did.
Yep.
Which means they weren't interested in what they were doing, just where they were.
But they left in a hurry. That's suspicious to me.
The whole thing speaks to me that they knew.
Well, for instance, what do we know about that chip that you took out? Was that listening to us?
I don't know. The last time I removed something from somebody's body, chips weren't a thing.
Yeah. But we've got all these phones. They've got microphones and recording devices, so why not in a chip?
You raise an interesting point. You go look for car, and I'm going to go invisible. I'll start to fight in the trees.
I mean, that's what I'm doing as well.
With, is it Unseen Passage?
Yes.
And whilst in that unseen passage, I'm just going to try and scope the area, see if we can see the car. We know they're mortal. It's unlikely they're going to be able to sense me. We still, I don't know if heightened senses are still on and sense the unseen, but
It's only meant to stay on for the scene. But I'll be kind and won't make you roll another rouse check to keep heightened senses on just now.
damn it.
I'm not making you roll another. Do you want to roll another rouse check?
Well, that's for sense
I've just done
unseen.
it.
Oh,
So
right.
unseen passage. That's for unseen passage.
Oh yeah, for unseen
Basically-
passage, that's fine.
I've just got them on, mainly focusing on smells, seeing if I can smell any kind of burnt rubber, they were moving at a speed, any kind of engine oil, like that type of thing.
Okay.
It would indicate a car that's recently moved.
This is, even at this late time of night, this is close enough to Fleet Street that it's still quite a busy area of London. You've got all the newspaper offices and such up there, and very old part of the town, and some parts of London the traffic just doesn't stop all night. And this is one of those, so it's going to be quite a challenge. And I've just put down my little card all over the character sheets, so I can't see them
So
now.
I imagine it'll be a kind of like there's a lot of it nearby, but I'm hoping to get a sense of something that's really close.
Give me
I
an
think that
intelligence
makes
streetwise, please. Difficulty of 4.
Intelligence and streetwise. Where's the book?
And you're rolling
That's
with 1
low.
hunger now.
I know I'm gonna have to feed soon. I need to change up my my feeding style. Difficulty of 4, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you got 5.
Although you rolled intelligence and intelligence.
Oh,
Oh, I did, yeah. Why
I
not?
thought that was quite a big dice pool. Do streetwise first and then do intelligence.
I thought I did. Streetwise and oh, they are.
That's 6. But it's messy because one of you got a critical there, and you got a critical because of a 10 on your hunger dice. So this is an actual messy critical. So you succeed, but it's your beast that succeeds, and I'm going to try and have to work out how this goes. Okay, there's a number of cars parked around. You move around them, trying to get some sense of which one has been used recently. And the way it works out is that most of them are cold. And you find one that, now you come to think of it, is exactly the same shape and colour as the one you saw leaving the country club. And the engine is still warm. You can feel it on the bonnet. But we need to find a way that your beast somehow makes a risk out of this. I'm going to suggest maybe you damage the car. Maybe you're like checking the bonnet out and in your frustration and just like, come on, I want to find this thing. You damage the car in some way?
Dr. Henry's quite an arrogant man.
Really? Hadn't noticed.
I think I think seeing his plan come to fruition would be very much something he enjoys. And he would touch the end, he would see it being hot, see it on, and out of sheer joy, he just kind of smacks both hands down without realizing it onto the engine bonnet.
I like that.
Because of his beast.
I was going to say give me a strength brawl, but I've seen what you've got in brawl, so just roll your strength. Because you've got 0 in brawl. Is it brawl for punching? Yeah, it's brawl for punching, and
I'm an intelligence man. I'm not a physics
I know,
man.
but in fact, have you rolled it yet? Yeah, you have.
I got 1.
You got 1.
At least probably hit the bonnet.
Oh, I mean, you got a strength of 1 dot. 2 dots? 1 dot.
Ooh.
2 dots. You're going to do some damage to that bonnet, so I think you've crumpled the front bumper. You hear the airbag pop inside and the alarm starts going off on the car.
Thank fuck I'm invisible. Are the
It's gonna-
people still inside it though?
There's no people inside it.
Okay.
Probably just as well, because they'd currently be squished up against their seats and they're wondering what the hell's going on, because they're...
Well, I mean, technically, if you're knocked out, that's when I like to feed.
I
so,
mean, yeah, that would you could take that. But no, there's no one in the car.
Okay, I will go back to where Tommy is and proclaim my success.
So you found the vehicle on a street nearby.
Okay, looking about, do we see if there's anyone standing guard or lookouts or anything like that? Like basically standing still. But looking
Where
about.
roughly would you want to be? Would you want to be near the church, or would you want to be near where the car was?
So we didn't get an exact location. We just knew it was near the church there, or did we get?
I mean, Alice can tell you where Lady Catherine is, like in terms of map, street, position, but not necessarily height.
Yeah.
Where was the car parked? Was it in the car park? Was it on site? Whereabouts was it?
I'm gonna say I'm just looking for a likely location. Some parts of this I can plan for in detail miles in advance, and other parts not so much. Right, just come out of that because that's not helping me at all. It is parked on. Middle Temple Lane.
Oh, is that where I'm looking? Nice.
It's to the left of Temple Church, to the west.
On the actual lane or in the car park next to it with the trees?
Not in the car park, it's just on the side of the road. Is where they are.
Okay.
I've just seen the car park you've been talking about.
To the right, the big open car park.
It's kind of surrounded by buildings,
Trees.
but I mean, it's a very built-up area.
Yeah, that's what so yeah. Okay, so we found the cars by that's to the left of the actual church.
Now, the location Alice has been giving you is to the north of Temple Church.
I will text Alice back, asking for a more precise location or any more details.
Don't know what details you want. Where are you?
Right, so Alice, you see on your map, and your sense is telling you that maybe it's in your cauldron. Actually, I like the idea of the cauldron. That there's a set of buildings to the north of the church, and she's somewhere in amongst those. You can tell exactly, but you don't know which building that is, and you can't tell from where you are. You know that she's in a tunnel, but you don't necessarily know the route that she took to get there.
Okay. So I am going to respond to Dr. Henry saying, Lady C entered some tunnels north of Temple Church.
Tunnels north of Temple Church. Okay.
And we know the buildings were red bricks.
Well, the tunnel had red brick. The building might not have red brick.
Okay.
So,
She said, looking
Tommy.
at the buildings.
Tommy, old buddy, old pal.
Mm-hmm.
Any of your friends likely to have any information in this area?
Yeah, well, if one's about here, then maybe. But my network isn't in this area. This area is a little bit too posh.
Tommy, looking around, this is the kind of place that your network would get moved along from fairly smartish.
Yeah. Unlikely.
Like there's some areas for people to sit on next to the gardens, and they've all got this sort of lumpy bits on the seats to stop people from stopping there for too long.
Yeah. And I take it on the map of the various buildings, there isn't like a hunter place nearby or abandoned places, anything like that.
Nothing looks abandoned in this area, so there's nothing
No.
that's been taken over recently.
I didn't think so. Right. Well, then, while we're obfuscated, also, like, you could see me, Dr. Henry,
Yeah, because he's got heightened senses.
but I cannot see you.
And Tony can't see either of you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's had the stalking.
We've left Tony in the car.
And Tony also has Cloak of Shadows, which I don't think you can move with that.
No. So I suggest
He's just staying out the way for now.
So
Henry. Then
we know it's
we
just
head.
the north. So I suggest we just we have a look for a red brick tunnel.
Yeah.
You don't see any sign of one at the moment. If either of you want to roll me an intelligence awareness, I'm not going to reveal the difficulty, so don't panic if you get a. Hopefully you don't get a bestial fail, but I mean it shouldn't matter because it's based on the imagined success.
Yeah.
Okay, Tommy got 3. Dr. Henry got 6. Dr. Henry, looking round, you can't see any sign of access to a tunnel. Even the church has got some doors and stuff, but it doesn't look like it would be a red brick anything down there. It's a very, very old church. It's kind of like Crusades level of old. And there's no way through that you can see down there. On the other hand, beside the pavement, most of the buildings are set back from the actual pavement, so there's like a little kind of bridge you have to go across to get into the building itself. There's metal railings around everything. But at the back of one of the buildings, down the side, there's a fire escape. It's a black door. It says fire exit, keep clear.
That's exactly what I'm looking at on the map right now. Right next to a little tunnel. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, you found that. That looks like the only thing that could possibly be leading down to where you want.
Okay. I can still see Tommy. Is he local? Or has he wandered off?
Tommy, you tell me. Or tell Dr. Henry. Are you in the area? Or are you...
I would have been doing exactly the same as Dr. Henry. So I'd have been looking for a tunnel.
Okay.
And we knew it's the north, so I'd be pretty much in that area.
I'm going to assume that we're close enough that I can see him. I'll go and tell him and show him where it is.
Okay.
Now,
just for the sake of keeping things moving, I'm going to switch to Lady Catherine just now.
Yep,
sure.
You had a plan.
I did. I want to use my body to obscure his view.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to cause injury to myself to pour some blood into Angelique's mouth.
This is going to be a very risky move for you. You remember when you woke up, you were close to frenzying. You'd been tied up with leather straps, all of you, to try and stop any problems until the students were brought to you.
I'm going to knock on the window to tell him that I'm ready for him to come back in.
Oh. Okay.
And then, obviously, between the window and the door, there will be some part where his view is obscured and he can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where I shall make my move.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm getting this right, your plan is to knock on the window to get his attention, move to a position where he can't see you, and then I don't know if you're going to like take an earring from your ear and like slit your arm in some way.
Yep.
Or a finger.
I probably have quite sharp fingernails.
I imagine you do. I think we've talked about the sharpness of Lady Catherine's fingernails before.
Yes, I'll just make a fist
Okay.
into the palm of my hand.
Oh goodness. Okay.
and pour some blood into her mouth that way.
Okay.
And then just before she fully rouses, I
Mhm.
will kiss her cheek.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. Gonna get interesting. Can you roll me what would be an appropriate roll for this? I'm not going to make you roll for the actual bit where you put blood in there.
Okay.
I think the
Tell
aspect
me
where
what dice to roll and I'll roll them.
the aspect where you're trying to fool Algernon, I think this is going to be a charisma performance.
Which I'm pretty sure I'm high in.
Imagine.
Performance, yes.
Well,
Charisma, yes.
Let's make it a DC 4, I think.
So
Just to see how well you pull off this. It's almost
a D4,
subterfuge,
yeah?
actually, but I'm going to go with charisma performance because it is a performance. You don't get your bonus because it's not. That's persuasion anyway. Doesn't matter.
So am I rolling a D4?
Roll charisma performance with a difficulty of 4. Yeah.
What dice am I rolling? Because my
Your sheet's
roll
not
20
up.
is not working properly.
Okay. Okay. How many dice have you got? Going to be
Yes.
3. 2 for manipulation, 2 for pro. So roll 4 d10s.
4 D10s.
Mm-hmm.
4 D10s. Which one's a D10? Is a D10 the one with zeros on it as well?
It can do, yeah.
Okay.
If it's measured in tens, ignore the zeros because we only want
Okay.
between 0 and 9.
Babe, can I borrow a D10? Can I borrow a D10? Sorry.
I should have sent you a link to like a dice roller for your phone or something.
Oh, that would have worked.
There's a whole vampire app you can get just for rolling dice in it.
Thankfully, we are both nerds, and there's a lot of dice between us.
Um,
Yeah, that's a D10. Oh my god.
what you got?
1, 5, 7, 8.
That's 2 successes. Do you want a willpower to reroll? Oh, hang on, we forgot about your hunger.
I only have 1 dot of hunger.
Okay, so you can re-roll 3 of those dice if you spend 1
I'll
willpower.
roll the 5 and the 1.
Okay,
I'll keep the 7 and the 8 for obvious
I'm
reasons.
gonna tick off 1 of your willpower if you've not got your sheet accessible just now.
The sheet is working. I can't get the dice to roll.
Oh, right, okay. That's really irritating.
2 and a 4.
Okay, that's still not a success. Do you want to spend more willpower?
Oh, go on.
Take another one off.
I've got 2 more left.
Mm-hmm.
6 and a 9.
Okay, that's 3 successes on the top of the other one that you already had. So that's 6 and 9 2. Yeah, 3 successes in total.
Okay. Whew. Thank you, dearest.
Okay, here's how this goes. You knock on the window. You can see him start to stand up. You turn your back on him, move to the area, and you close your fist into your hand, breaking the skin. Some of that thick, dark vitae spills out of your palm. You hold it over Angelique's mouth. It moves slower than blood, but it dribbles in. And the first thing you feel is she reaches and grabs your hand, trying to hold it in place to keep drinking. Are you going to try and move back from her, or are you going to keep letting her drink?
I will keep letting her drink until Argonon is in the room.
Okay. Just doing some maths in my head, give me a sec. Okay. Add 1 to your hunger for the loss of blood.
Yep.
Algernon opens the door. He sees you. He sees her. He starts to shout no. And then part of the wall explodes.
What?
The wall opposite you, opposite the door, explodes.
And I'm the one that doesn't expect it.
And two figures come in, dressed completely in black, their faces and mouths and eyes all covered. They're armed with crossbows.
Oh my!
Are you going to react in any way at this point? You're currently being sort of grappled by Angelique.
I'm going to wrench my arm from Angelique, and I'm assuming as she breaks from her, what confines her, I'm just gonna shove her towards Algernon.
You're going to have a slight problem. We're going to have to roll for you getting yourself out of this grapple. Because she is very strong. She is currently going through she's got level 5 hunger and she's currently having a frenzy. Mechanically is what's going on. And you're going to need to... Oh. Where's the bit where we get it? That's sneaking. Surprise. Grapple. Falling. Not falling. Give me a strength athletics, please. If you can. That's going to be... I need to give you dice numbers for you. That's going to be 2 die.
Two sixes?
Hang on. Do you want... Hang on. Give me a second. Before you roll this, if you want to, you can rouse your blood, which will give you an extra dot in either of those. It'll basically give you an extra die to roll, but it'll cost you another hunger.
I'll do that, but I wasn't able to add to my hunger manually.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I can handle that for you.
Okay.
I will just... I don't want to do it twice, though, so thanks for telling me, because otherwise I could have done that. And then... So your hunger's gone up by 2 now.
Yep.
Well, that's funny. Is it locked? That would do it.
Yeah, it wasn't just me having issues.
Yeah, I had to you have to unlock the dots
Oh.
for those ones.
Okay.
For some reason, it
What
doesn't
dice
happen
am
with
I
willpower.
rolling?
Anyway, so, okay, you're rolling 3d10
One.
and count everything that's above a 7.
Oh. That's a very high number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
7 or above, I should say.
10
Yep.
and 8.
Okay. And
My
your
brain
third...
wanted to say 80.
What's your
not
third?
80.
What's your third die?
2.
Okay, you're also on 3 hunger, so they were all hunger die, basically.
What does that mean?
That means that you've got a very real chance of a bestial problem very soon.
Okay.
You're getting hungry, and that was a small dice pool for you, so everything you were rolling was hunger, so everything was the beast, potentially. You're not able to get your hand away from her. She's holding on too tightly. One of the people that's just come into the room, as the dust settles from the bricks, he fires the crossbow at Algernon because he's the more obvious target. He misses. A crossbow bolt slams into the brick wall. There's some force behind that to push a crossbow bolt into the brick. Algernon's reacting by backing out through the door and trying to close it again.
Okay.
One second, I'm going to leave you... This is partly to let you think, but also... Dr. Henry and Tommy, further down... You've started down the fire escape, and there's a rumble as you hear a small explosion further down, nearby somewhere. It's very basic. You have some trouble telling where exactly it's come from, but you can hear something's just happened.
So I'll say to Dr. Henry, can you pinpoint better than I can where that came from?
I've got heightened senses on, but I'm not sure how much in the help.
Henry, what I want you to do is give me a wits awareness with a +2 for your heightened senses.
A wits awareness.
Yeah, I'm being a little bit generous with the +2, but I feel like makes it more exciting. So let's do it.
Where's the show? With +2 on the dice with
On the dice, yeah.
Okay, so we got a
I think mechanically it should probably be +1, but this is more fun.
wits, full size, 2 difficulty.
I'm not telling you right now. Just number of successes. So don't worry about any reported failures or successes apart from the ones you get. Okay, you got 3. You can't quite tell where it's coming from. You can tell the vague direction that it's down that tunnel. But you're also hearing it from outside a little bit, like some of the reverberations across the buildings, so it's a little bit confused, but you're pretty sure it's down this way.
Okay. So we at the moment don't know if that was Algeron, ADC, or the men.
Mm-hmm.
All we know was Big Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we suspect it was the men.
Sounds like Tommy suspected it was the men. Tommy's got wartime experience.
Yeah. So I'm going to head down the tunnel. Not full pelt, but quickly.
So your instinct is to go towards Big Bang.
Yes. Because there may be people that we can help. As in Lady Catherine. The fact that we know she's in here, and the fact there's an explosion, and the fact there's 2 hunters potentially there, we need to go and help.
And you survived the war?
Mostly.
I mean, you see how he is now.
Yeah. I have burn scars all the way down one side of my body.
Now you're going for the other side.
Yep. It's balanced, you know.
Are you feeling like Dr. Henry is going to run away?
I don't feel like he's going to run away. That's not him. We don't know anything about who's there. We don't know the layout of the place. We don't know any information. Dr. Henry would not run forwards.
We don't, but we do know that there's only us here and we need to go and help. And an explosion isn't a good thing. We don't have the time to wait and work things out. We need to go there and see what's happening and deal.
Yeah.
Actions rather than...
I understand what you're saying, but this is why... Well, you look like that. If something happens to them, at least we're still here to see it through with Mithras. Which is our most important thing. I mean, I like Lady C as much as the next person.
I'm currently not convinced that you do.
Have you considered that Lady C could be important to the resurrection of Mithras?
Not as important as I am.
Okay.
You go down. You go in.
I'm just going to leave.
I'm going to push you in the moment here because
disgust.
You're taking a while.
I'm off.
Tony follows you, Tommy.
I am going to enter, but behind them.
Okay.
And take it with caution.
So you have to go down some steps. There's a corridor that's been lit, and then you can hear further down the corridor. This is clearly the place, but you've got a little distance to go yet before you get there. We haven't done a great deal of combat in this game, so the way it works is we start with the people who are in close combat and already engaged, then we move to ranged, then we move to anyone who's initiating new combat, so there isn't initiative like you get in D&D or something like that. I'm going to try... Combat in this is slightly clunky, so I'm going to try and do 3 rounds and out, just to tell you what we're doing above table. Lady Catherine, you're currently essentially being grappled by a frenzying Kindred. Algernon has left the room, closing the thick door behind him, and then there's 2 men with crossbows in front of you. What do?
Panic. No.
That's a reasonable response, to be honest.
I think rather than
There's a very sturdy casket between you and them. You could duck down behind it potentially. It's on a thick sort of stone stand. It's not like it's on a flimsy wooden frame or anything.
Can anything get through to her while she's in frenzy?
You could try, but it's going to be tough. Like she's slaking her thirst right now. That's all she can think about.
I have a persuasion.
You have a whole bunch of persuasion skills. There's stuff you can do. So just looking down your list, you've got presence, you've got awe and daunt and entrancement. You've also got compel.
Is it possible to use my high persuasion? To kind of go like, look, there's 2 of them. There's more over there.
You want to try and tempt the frenzying vampire who's drinking your Kindred Vitae to go and get some crunchy mortals instead.
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I figured.
You can try it if you'd like. I just want you to... I feel like, although you, player, ghoul, may not know this, Lady Catherine would know, that's going to be a really hard sell.
Can I remind her who I am to her?
Thinking how that would go. I think that's going to be a persuasion.
Okay.
I think, given your relationship, that could be a seduction, which would mean that you get an extra die on your persuasion.
Okay.
Now, would you say this is manipulation or charisma that would go with that?
Charisma.
And that's going to be a dice pool
Because it comes from a place of love, it's not manipulation.
That's entirely fair, and I agree with you. So that's going to be 3, 4, 8d10.
Oh my fucking god. Honey, how many d10 do you have?
Actually, you know what? If you type in, you know the chat in Roll20.
Hang on, let me see what I can put together first. And
If you type in the Roll20 chat /roll, then 8d10, it will just roll 8d10 for you in the chat.
Okay, so that's an option. 1, 3, 4.
Like, even though we can't see this, I'm glad we're getting all the sounds.
I've got 4.
5. You said I need to do 8, yeah?
Yeah. And 3 of those will be hunger. So do your 5 first, and then we'll roll your hunger.
I've got
I can just
5
see you in
here.
a minute.
Can I have
Time.
3?
I want you to roll 25 d10s.
I think the most you
Just
could
to see.
realistically roll is probably about 15, usually, unless something
Thank you,
weird's
honey.
happening.
Okay, I've got all 8.
Okay, roll 5 first, and then we'll roll the other 3 and count them as your hunger.
5 first, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Just because I bet you haven't got them in different colours and stuff.
I do, actually.
Well, if you can identify 3 and keep hold of what they are, do that and just
Sodding
report
hell,
your
what is
hunger.
this?
I honestly
Sorry, one
don't
of these
know.
dice is very interesting. What is this? Fuck it, I'm going. Fuck it, we ball. 9,
Okay.
8,
Yep.
10,
Mm-hmm.
8,
Mm-hmm.
9,
Yep.
4, 6, 2.
Which one of those were hunger?
The lowest ones?
That's not how that was meant to work, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I didn't think before I rolled which ones were going to
This
be.
is why I was saying roll 3 separately.
I see what you mean
5.
now. Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
That's 5 successes. I'm going to say that's going to work. It's
Yes!
going to be tricky as hell, but like her eyes open and she sort of recognizes you. She sort of smiles a little bit at you, and she, in the moment, just in that moment, releases you and launches herself at these 2 fully covered up people who are armed. As she leaps towards one of them, and she just launches herself out of this casket, pushing blood into places that blood hasn't flowed in 75 years. One of them tries to fire a crossbow as she is, but misses due to panic, I assume. And she falls upon them with the weight of a very hungry, very angry, frenzying kindred. In the corridor, Tommy and Henry and Tony encounter Algernon running towards you, apparently.
How powerful is he again?
You can't tell by looking.
I assume that the explosion might be caused by him or something to do he's running away from. So I'm going to basically run to him and like grapple him, hold on to him.
Okay, give me a strength brawl, please. Are you going to use your I've forgotten the word for it. Your
Potence?
extra, yeah.
The problem with that, well, above table question.
Yeah.
For rouse checks, can you re-roll with willpower?
Nope.
I thought not. Then no, because I've got potence, which does damage, but I've also got prowess, which does adds extra successes. That's a rouse check, and I'm already hunger 3. So,
I mean, you could risk it. There's potential.
There's potentially some benefit of
no.
becoming.
It would let you add your potence rating to your roll, which is it would give you an extra 3 dice.
Okay. Alright, we'll see. Yay. Okay.
Okay, you succeeded on your rouse check. Then roll me strength and brawl with +3.
Crook. I've also got grappling as well.
I forgot
specialization.
Yeah, it's grapple that you're doing, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
I always get worried about brawl and melee. I think melee is like you've got something to hit with, and brawl is you're just using your hands and fists. But it's definitely strength.
Yep.
Okay, you got 5 successes. I'm gonna have to roll for him now. I'm so glad I started up this guy. I just need to find what I did with the paper. Where is he? Algernon. Oh, he is not strong. Okay, and that is rolling 2, and one of them's hunger. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. You fire into him, and he just collapses like he's made out of paper. You've absolutely got hold of this guy. In fact, I'm going to say that he's on the ground on his back, and you're on top, casually holding him down with one hand.
Crook. I'm going to say, well, Dr. Henry, do you have anything that can bind, or Tony, do you have anything that can bind?
If you can just, how dark is it down here? Is it?
It's lit by light bulbs.
That means there's shadows, which means I will use my shadows and make sure he's held where he is.
You're gonna arms of Armin.
I am.
Okay. Let me just double check how that works mechanically. It's a rouse check.
Someone's gonna die.
Okay, you've got a little bit hungrier. Shadows reach out from the corners of the room, and they move towards him, and somehow become physical in form, holding onto his arms, legs, both.
Kind of like wrapped around, making sure he stays down, like a belt almost, if it can.
Okay.
Like imagine belted to a surgical table. A couple, some sets of them down.
Just checking what we roll because I have to do wit plus oblivion. So I have to, I'm going to not make you roll for that because he's going to fail. His strength is so low, and like your wits plus oblivion is going to most likely do better than his strength and dexterity to get out of it. So that would be opposed, but he'd definitely lose it. Okay, meanwhile, back in the room with Catherine and the two hunters, one of them has fired unsuccessfully, the other one is watching as Angelique barrels into this guy, removes the armor covering his neck and arms, and just absolutely goes to town on this guy in the worst possible way. It's messy. There is so much blood. You can't believe how much blood a person... Well, you probably could at your time of life, but like a human body contains a lot of blood, and there's a lot of it sloshing everywhere right now. She drinks for a good long while. The other hunter is panicking. Tries to fire. Gets a crossbow bolt away, but it doesn't hit Angelique in the optimal area, so she's just got this crossbow bolt sticking out of her shoulder, which is hurting her, but it's not causing her enough damage to make her stop.
Can I use Daunt on the one that's left?
Yep. That's free. What are you going to say to him? You're going to appear like the most terrifying thing he's ever seen.
Run.
Okay, the presence rating to intimidation rolls. Can you give me a... Oh, I'm sorry to make you do another roll, because I know you've got plenty of dice now, at least. It's going to be It's going to be manipulation and intimidation with your presence rating added, which is going to be... You know what? Let's just assume a win on this one. You're gonna
Okay.
you'd be rolling 9 dice.
Oh, I mean, I have that.
But it feels like a wasted opportunity. He's going to panic and run, but he will be able to report back where you are or where this has been found. And presumably they already knew where it was going to be, but they had some idea of how to get there. But someone who knows what was there has now left. The other person is basically dead now. Algernon's been held halfway up the corridor by invisible, shadowy arms. Alice, back in your coven, all you're aware of is that Lady Catherine hasn't moved much for a while, and you haven't heard from the others in a bit.
Yes, it's been a bit worrying, but I have been dealing with a specific new coven member.
And we will pick up with that in our next session, but I'm going to end that here for tonight. I hope that was okay for all of you.
That was good.
That's good for me.
Can we just do popcorn, see who you are, who you were playing, because I don't want to forget to do that.
Hello, I am Floss, and I was playing Alice Mockingdale. Over to you, Dizen.
Hi, I'm Disney, and I was the wonderful Dr. Henry. Over to you, Bintak.
Hi, I'm Bintak, and I was playing Tommy. Over to you, Ghoul.
Hi, my name is Ghoul, and I was Lady. Fuck me. I was playing Lady Catherine Montague. Good God.
It's been a time.
It's been an eventful session.
It has. We will be hopefully back in 2 weeks, but we'll see how that works out. Please keep an eye on our Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you all coming to be here. Next game on the channel should be next week. We've got Black Madonna ongoing, which is a cult game. I'm going to finish up now and we'll raid out. We'll go see Infinite Monkey Tales. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.